Hi everybody, it's me, Mr. D from Mr. D Math, and I'm working with Bridgeway Academy on a math series called The Math You Need to Know. You'll see some videos and you'll see some activities you can work on that'll show you simple steps to do math that you'll need to know out in the real world, and most of the time these are things you can do in your head quickly and easily. So get ready, work with me, Mr. D from Mr. D Math, working with Bridgeway Academy on the math you need to know. What are we looking at today? Well, we're looking at making change. So think about that. You're out at the store and you're in a candy shop and you see some amazing candy. You might see a lollipop that looks something like that and you say, oh, I'd really like to have that. And you find out it's on sale and you've got $1 with you and you want to be able to figure out how much change will you get from your dollar if you were able to buy that lollipop. Well, I'm going to show you how to do this quickly and easily by a game I call Race to 100. You can play the game anytime you want, and as a matter of fact, what you'll find out is it's a great way to do subtraction without borrowing. Let's check out what I mean by the game, first of all, by looking at the problem here. What if we wanted to buy that lollipop? So here it is. Today is the sale of the year. If the giant lollipop you see in the picture is 73 cents, can you imagine 73 cents for that giant lollipop? That's a great deal. Well, how much change will you get from your dollar bill? Now, a lot of times if you were going to write that down and borrow and do all the things you'd have to do to find the answer to making change, you may not have enough time to do that in the store, and who wants to do that when you're in a store? You want that lollipop. I'm going to show you a quick, easy way to do it in your head, and it's called the game Race to 100. Here's how you play. So we're going to play the game Race to 100, going from 73 to 100. Now, why am I going from 73 to 100? Well, let's think back for a second and remember we said that that giant lollipop today was 73 cents. Now, you saw it with a dollar sign, but you know that you could also say that 73 cents is another way to say that is to write it with a cent sign. So just like 73 cents here, this way can be written 73 cents. By the way, the word cent, if you think about that word right there, cent, it actually means 100. Well, think about that, like century, 100 years. Well, let's talk about this for a second. How about $1? Well, $1 then must be what? Well, it must be 100 cents. Oh yeah, $1, 100 pennies, 73 cents, 73 pennies. Easy enough. So now I want to make that change. How do I do it? Well, instead of doing subtracting like you might think to do, what we're going to do is we're going to race to 100 by going from 73 to 100 as quickly as possible, and let me show you how the game works. So the game is on. We're going from 73 to 100, but if you notice here, I wrote here the next 10. Now, if you know anything about me, you know I love making tens. You can watch more videos about making tens. It is definitely what I call the secret to being great at math. But check this out. To get from 73 up to the next 10, you probably say, yeah, I know what that is. That's just going to go to 80. So I'm going to put an 80 right here in the box. But now what that does is it leaves me with a question. How far was it from my 73 to 80? And easy enough, from 73 to 80 was just going a distance of 7. Oh, well, I went 7 to get from 73 to 80. Well, now what? Well, now I'm at 80, and how far is it from 80 to 100? You may say, well, that's pretty easy too, Mr. D. That's just 20. That's right. So how far did we go? Well, we went 7, we went 20, so we went a total distance of 27. That's the race to 100. From 73 to 100 is 27. Now we're going to write that in our money because how much change do I get? Well, I'm going to get what? I'm going to get 27 cents, or another way to write that is 27 cents. And just like that, we've played the game Race to 100. Now, I'm going to give you a bunch to practice here, but I want you to see that you could do this quickly and easily, and you could do it going up to even more than just $1 to $5, $10, $20, however it works, but play the game Race to 100. Let's check it out here and see what would it look like if you had to do the subtraction and still end up with that same 27. Watch how I'm going to do that, and then you can decide if you want to play the game Race to 100 or do the borrowing like you might have been taught when you were first learning about subtracting. Okay, here's the same problem, 100 minus 73, and we're going to see if we can get to that same answer, 27. Watch what's going to happen here, because you say here, well, 0 minus 0, I can't do that, so I got to borrow. I got to come over here. Oh, but I can't borrow anything from nothing because there's nothing there. It's a 0, like saying 0, 10. So I'm going to come over here to the 100 and say, hey, I need some help. Going to borrow your 1 here, turn this guy into a 10, but oh, I got to borrow from him, and it turns it into a 9, makes this a 10. Oh my goodness, this is looking like a lot of work. 10 minus 3, yep, there's your 7, and 9 minus 7, yep, there's your 2. Look at that, the same 27. But if you guys think about this, and if you're watching it now and you're thinking about this, wow, race to 100, from 73 to 80, I went a distance of 7. From 80 to 100, I went a distance of 20, and boom, I got the same 27, the same answer by going to the next 10, and then from my 10 up to the 100. We get to the same answer without doing all of our complicated borrowing process here, and this you can do quickly and easily in your head. Watch for more examples of this, and you can practice and get great at the game Race to 100.